Guys, Nykaa is dropping unexpected surprises every year. The last year they dropped Dated, and this year they came up with a viral brand T-Fit. Yes, it is exclusively available on Nykaa. If you haven't checked out, please head on to my description box for the link. Now, let me tell you, this particular product was all over the social media. Whenever I went to my social media account, I saw this concealer doing rounds. It was viral. Everyone was talking about it. And when I saw Nykaa bringing it, I was so excited. I could not contain my excitement anymore and had to order this concealer to check what the hype is all about, whether it is suitable for our Indian skin tones and whether it is suitable for my dry and matured skin type. So today we are going to see all of that. We are going to put this to a test, and also I have heard that this is a waterproof and sweat proof. We are all going to see it today in this video. So now, without any more further delay, let's just jump straight into the video. And before I forget, here is my introduction. Hi everyone, it's me Sanchari and welcome back to my channel Simply Sanchari. Hope you all are doing well. So let's get started. So Nykaa has launched few products from this brand, or I should say the viral brand, and I got the concealer as well as their serum foundation, which I'm going to do a separate in-depth video on, but today we are just going to focus on the concealer itself. Now I have seen that this concealer has a high coverage. It just covers everything, even the toughest birthmark it covered, and it gave that porcelain skin without any pores or anything. Well, I highly doubt about that, because nothing can hide your pores. It cannot vanish your pores, but we are all going to see it today. So this is how the packaging looks like. It comes in 4 shades, and I think the price is 1100 or 1050. I will give the exact pricing on the screen for you guys, and I chose the darkest shade, that is the last shade, which is in the shade dark. So that's the packaging. Here is the back, and you'll find the shade name on the top of the packaging. Now under this sticker, everything is written in Korean, which I cannot understand a bit, you guys. And I should say that you get 15 grams of product, and the expiry is 2027, so I just have 2 years of shelf life. And here is the inner packaging, which is quite minimal. You can see the shades from the window over here, and at the back everything is written in Korean. Well, this is a Korean made product, so it comes under K Beauty. I'm glad Nykaa has bought this, and that's how the shade looks like. So I have picked up the variant dark for me. Now I have searched everywhere to know what shades do we get, like in this trio, but I couldn't find anywhere. Let me tell you that today I have nicely prepped my skin and primed my skin. So for the primer, I used the Milani SPF BBF primer. Now you can see it gives me a lot of hydration and moisturization, and I also went with my simple under eye gel. And for today's video, I am going to use a brush like this and my Titer sponge, because I have seen a lot of people using a finger sponge to blend out this foundation or a concealer, and it just goes off easily without any tugging or pulling. So I just want to see all of that. I do not want to give any space to any doubt. Anyone should come up, oh, you did not use this, you did not use that, that is why you are facing such problems. So मुझे कहीं भी कोई भी loop नहीं छोड़ना है, and that is why I thought I will try and use all the possible ways to see how this concealer actually works. Okay, now the product packaging is actually very similar to my Rude Cosmetics cream blush. There is no difference whatsoever, but I think because it is highly concentrated product, so you need very teeny tiny dot, and because this is highly concentrated, so little goes a long way. That is what I feel from all the videos that I have seen. So before I begin, let me just give you the swatches of all the 3 shades that you get in the variant dark. So I'm starting with the lightest first. That will be too light. I think that's my skin color, if I'm not wrong, because this shade matches my face color nicely. Just have a look. So this is the lightest shade, this is the second lightest shade, and this is the deepest or darkest shade. I think the dark shade has little bit of pink undertone. Yes, I can see some pinkish tinge going on. Even the second lightest shade has some pinkish tinge going on. So I swatched it on the back of my hand just to check how much it oxidizes, which I will do at the end of the video. Once I have completed my entire makeup, let me just wipe this out and we are then going to do the color correction. Alright, so I have zoomed you in and that's how my skin looks on the camera. I did not use any pore blurring primer because I want to give this product a fair chance. Now let's get started. I'm going with the darkest shade now. I will use my Tete sponge to just blend out this concealer. So this side with no color correction and this side with color correction, well, it has covered the darkness, but let me tell you, when I see in the mirror, my under eyes looks grayish, and around my mouth also it's not looking that good. It's giving me a gray cast. I think all the shades in this trio is not going to suit my skin tone because the undertone is really off. So let me try the other side with the brush. Let's see how actually it works. So I'm taking the same shade, that is the darkest shade, and I will place it under my eyes. And I will use my Mars concealer buffing brush to blend this out. And I will go with my Tete sponge again to pick any extra product if any. So that's my skin after the color correction, you guys. Now let me tell you, I don't like the undertone of this concealer. It doesn't feel sticky or tacky. And talking about the lightweight part, because I have seen that it contains 47% moisture, that is going to provide a lot of hydration. It is not going to dry out or dehydrate the skin. Talking about the hydration part, it doesn't feel heavy at the moment. So far so good, but it has already creased under my eye area. You can see that. And you need very teeny tiny dot, you guys, because if you overdo it, it is definitely going to crease. It's not just this concealer, but any concealer in the world. You have to start with lightest of the amount and then you can build up if you want to, because if you take a certain amount at one go and try to cover, then it is going to look cakey, it is going to crease on you at the end of the day. So yes, I think I have taken a bit of more product under my eyes because I have some fine lines under my eyes and it just settles into those. And now once I've blended, it's looking far better. Talking about the pore blurring thing, it has minimized to an extent, but what you see in the video, like, it just gives you that porcelain skin with no imperfection, with no pores. It is just your skin with nothing at all. So it's not that way, you guys. But I don't like the fact that my under eyes looks gray. Even around my mouth area it looks gray when I see in the mirror. I don't know how actually it is looking in the camera, but in real life I don't like the undertone of this concealer. Alright, so now I'm going to use the lightest shade in the pan and I will use it on my face as a foundation, as my base makeup. I hope it matches to my neck and my chest, because you can nicely see that my chest is very light than my actual face color. So yeah, let me take some amount. I will use my finger itself. It's not very creamy, very buttery in texture, I don't know, because when I saw in the video in the social media, it felt like very buttery, very emollient. It is just going to melt if you even hold it in your in between your finger, because I felt the warmth of my finger is literally going to melt out the product. Now I'm using my Tete sponge to blend this out, and it's really difficult, you guys, to blend this out with a sponge. I don't know how people does it, but I feel it's really very difficult to blend it out this way. Let me try using a brush, so hope it works that way. And you need a dense brush. This elf foundation buffing brush is not dense enough, so I will try using the Real Techniques RT 200 foundation buffing brush, and I will do the other side of my face with the same lighter shade from the pan, and I will take the same amount and use this brush. It's thick, you guys. The texture is not at all thin, it's thick, and it takes a while to blend it out. And that's my skin from close up. Guys, I can actually feel the weight of this concealer. I can feel that something is there on my face. It feels like oil paint. I can feel the oiliness. I don't know why, but I am feeling it that way. Well, I have some texture around my mouth area, and it's looking a bit patchy here. You can see. Alright, so I'll complete the rest of my face makeup and come right back to tell you more about this T-Fit concealer. Alright you guys, I'm back after full face of makeup. This is how my face and makeup looks with the T-Fit concealer. Now let me tell you what all products I used today to complete my base makeup. So for my eyeshadow base, I used this Huda Beauty for Filter Concealer in the shade Toasted Almond, and I did not use this anywhere around my face or under my eyes because I did not want it to defeat the purpose of this actual concealer that I'm trying it out today. Well, this is a first impression, so anything can change over the time. And then because the shade was extremely light on my skin tone, as you have seen, I have used the lightest of the shade first because none of the shade was going with my skin tone and undertone. I did not even like the depth of this concealer, you guys. It's something really off about this concealer shade. I don't know what it is, so I had to use my Root Cosmetics Go for the bronzer in the shade As Good As Gold, and it brought back some warmth to my face, and it does not look that light, but around my mouth I did not color correct today, and it's looking very ashy. I don't know whether you can see it in the camera because the camera is not capturing all the flaws that I have it on my skin after I've completed my makeup, but when I see in the mirror I can actually see this part is looking very ashy. Even my under eye is looking very ashy and very dull. I did powder my face, my entire face, really very nicely because it felt very oily, as if I had used some oil paint on my face. It felt very heavy. I don't know whether it is just me because I always do honest review. If the product is good, it is good. If the product is not working for me, it is not working for me. I like to speak up straight, you guys. I do not like to sugarcoat things. Now when I completed my entire makeup, I'm not feeling that heaviness anymore. I think it is subdued with the time once I powdered my face. And if you're wondering what is on my lips, then I use the Swiss Beauty Bold Matte Lip Liner in the shade Cherry Brown, and this Inside Cosmetics Creme Matte Mousse Lipstick in the shade Poppy. Now let me tell you one thing, that around my mouth it's looking bit patchy because it has clung onto most of my dry patches. I did not shave my face. That might be the another reason. So next time when I try this concealer, definitely I'm going to shave my face. I'm going to exfoliate my face really very well to give this concealer a fair chance, because I want to use it in multiple ways to see how actually it works on my dry and matured skin type. I forgot to do the waterproof test on my face, so we will do it on my hand. So let's just do a fresh swatch to see whether it has oxidized or not, and then I will tell you more about this concealer. Alright, so here is the freshly swatched shades beside the old swatch. This is fresh, that was old. This is fresh, old, and old, fresh. Just because I did not wanted to mix the other shade with this one, so I placed it on the top. So let me tell you very honestly, you guys, I don't see a lot of difference. Very slight, you can say just half a shade it has oxidized. It is nothing too major at all, and the oxidation process is not much. I don't know how I am going to use this concealer, because once I've completed my entire face makeup, I can see that my face looks very gray. It is not providing any kind of brightness to my face. I really like my face to provide me with all those brightening effect when I complete my entire makeup, but this is making me look very dull, as if I am sick and I've done my makeup, so it looks like that. I cannot say how much gray my around the mouth area looks. It looks very weird, just because I did not want it to defeat the purpose, so I did not color correct around my mouth area. Now let me tell you, whatever products I have used it on top of this concealer, everything just went on smoothly without any patchiness, streakiness, no splotchiness whatsoever. But I have noticed that when I was doing my cream blush, it left some demarcation over here on this part, on the cheekbone area. So maybe next time I will try and do it in other ways. But my blush looks very vibrant on top of this concealer. At least something should work, you guys. I can say that this concealer creased on me very very badly, just because I had set my under eyes nicely, so there is no creasing. But wherever I have creases or fine lines, it is settling into those. About the sweat proof test, that I am going to do in the hot month of April, May, because that is the time when I sweat like crazy, my makeup melts down. So that is the time I will put this concealer to a test, and today we are going to see whether it is actually waterproof or not. So I am blending all the shades together on my hand, and I'll give it some time to set. Now I have noticed this is not like your regular liquid concealer. Of course, this is a cream concealer. It has a separate formulation. It is totally different. But I can say that you will have to set your face or under your eyes immediately once you use this concealer. Otherwise, it is going to settle into any fine lines or crease lines. And if you don't have anything like that, it is not going to crease on you. But on me, it did. So I wanted to tell you that if you're using this kind of concealer, set it out immediately. Now while I was watching all those viral video, I even saw that it gave a nice radiance to the skin, but on my skin I could not find any radiance whatsoever. Whatever little bit of glow it provided was just from the skin prep that I did underneath the primer, and the primer also gave me some amount of radiance, not much but little bit of radiance here and there, and that was it. The concealer did not had any radiance whatsoever. So yeah, I think I've given this concealer a good time. It has nicely set on my skin, and this is the water, you guys, which I have it in a spray bottle, and that's how it looks like. Let it just drip it for some time because I want to see how much waterproof it is, whether my water is turning cloudy or not. Alright, so I have got a fresh tissue. Let's just do the test, you guys. So I am lightly wiping it out, and definitely it is kind of waterproof. There is very little concealer that is there on the tissue paper. It's nothing much. Definitely I can say that it's waterproof still. Most of the product is there on the back of my hand. The water also did not turn cloudy from the concealer, so I can say it is waterproof. But about the sweat proof, you will have to keep an eye on my updated video. Alright, you guys, so as today was the first impression that we were doing, I know many of you would be interested to know whether I would like to recommend this concealer or not. Let me tell you, because today was the first day and I never used a pot concealer like this. Like in the past I had tried many pot concealer, but it failed miserably because I do not like the texture, the consistency of pot concealer, just because of this reason that it feels heavy, it creases on me, it settles in my fine lines, get patchy. Today also it is happening, but still I want to give this concealer a fair chance. I want to see how actually it works with other priming method and other skin prepping method. So I will give this a few more chances before sharing my final thought whether I would like to recommend it or not. So you will have to give me a couple of days or weeks time before I share my updated review. As of now, if you were waiting to try your hands on this concealer, you can surely go ahead and get your hands on, but I would say please wait, because I don't see the point getting this concealer at full price. You can probably get it at a discounted price when Nykaa is having their sale. Just wait for some reviews that is coming up in upcoming days, so you can decide for yourself whether you want actually to try out this concealer or you can give it a pass. So yes, if you're not in hurry, you can wait for my updated review, which will be up in couple of weeks. And if you really wanted to try your hands on for really long time, so you can surely get it for you. If you are in your early 20s and 30s, I think this concealer is going to work differently on you. But because I am in my late 40s, so as I said, I have a mature skin, so everything works differently, and I always prefer my base makeups formulation, consistency, texture to be extremely serum like, to be lightweight. It should have runny texture, so I prefer all those. So because it has a thick kind of texture, and pot concealers generally have those kind of texture, so I cannot blame the concealer itself, but I would like to try it out in multiple ways as I can. And once I find that yes, it is working for me, I will come up with an updated video very soon. Alright, you guys, so that is it for today's video. Hope you found the content helpful and informative, and if you did, I think you might like these two videos of mine. And please don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell button. You can also follow me on my social handles, whose link I have mentioned it in the description box. Please come and say hi, and I will see you soon with my next one. Till then, bye bye, take care.